So, will Record of Ragnarok return with Season 4? That's the million-dollar question on everyone's mind right after Season 3's ending. And honestly, after those insane fights we just witnessed, it's impossible not to crave another round of gods versus legends. Now, Netflix hasn't announced anything official yet, but when you look at the manga, the anime's hype, and how Season 3 left us hanging on that massive cliffhanger, all signs are pointing toward a fourth season. So yeah, there's definitely hope, just like humanity fighting in that arena. Season 4 renewal status. Let's cut to the chase. Season 4 isn't officially confirmed yet, but don't freak out. This is pretty normal. Netflix usually waits a bit after new seasons drop before announcing renewals, and Season 3 literally just came out. Here's the thing. The anime is based on a hit manga by Shinya Umemura and Takumi Fukui, and there are loads of battles still left to be animated. The story hasn't reached its final arc, the fanbase is still growing, and we all know Netflix loves a successful anime. So even without that green light yet, logically speaking, all the signs point to Season 4 being basically inevitable. Expected release timeline. Now the timeline is where things get a bit rough. The wait between seasons has not been short, guys. Fans waited about 19 months between Season 1 and 2, then nearly 29 months to get Season 3. Based on that pattern, Season 4 likely won't drop until 2027. Yeah, that really sucks. But here's the thing. Considering how crucial these next battles are, the studio needs time to make them look as awesome as they deserve. The sooner Netflix confirms production, the sooner that official wait begins. Where the story stands after Season 3. If you somehow forgot how wild the past battles got, here's a quick recap. After 9 rounds, the gods are clinging to a 5-4 lead. Thor defeated Lu Bu, Zeus got Adam, and Apollo just took down King Leonidas. But humanity's been answering back with legends like Kojiro Sasaki, Jack the Ripper, Buddha, and Qin Shi Huang. Tesla showed up with that sci-fi swagger, but then got taken down by Beelzebub, leaving the scoreline very, very tight. The tournament is far from over, and neither is the story. There are more rounds to fight, and Netflix isn't skipping those fights, trust me. Season breakdown. Let me break down what we've seen so far. Season 1, released in 2021, featured Lu Bu vs. Thor, Adam vs. Zeus, and Kojiro Sasaki vs. Poseidon. Season 2, Part 1, which came out in 2023, included the first half of Jack the Ripper vs. Hercules, plus Raiden vs. Shiva. Season 2, Part 2, also in 2023, concluded Jack vs. Hercules and featured Buddha vs. Zero Fuku. Season 3, which just dropped in 2025, covered Qin Shi Huang vs. Hades, Nikola Tesla vs. Beelzebub, and Apollo vs. Leonidas. What to expect in Season 4? Season 4 hasn't been announced yet, but it's expected to include Soji Okita vs. Susanoo, Simo Heiha vs. Loki, and Sakata Kintoki vs. Odin. Season 4 would pick up from round 10 onwards, and these matchups are just too hype for any studio to ignore. Round 10 pairs humanity's deadliest swordsman Soji Okita against the storm-swinging sword god Susanoo. This one is pure swordsmanship chaos just begging to be animated. Round 11 brings us long-range chaos as legendary sniper Simo Heiha finally faces off with the unpredictable trickster Loki. And round 12? That's Sakata Kintoki, the demon-slaying icon of Japanese folklore, versus Odin himself. If this matchup doesn't scream Season 4 is happening, nothing does. Season 3 wraps up at a score of 5-4, with the tournament still far from over. Season 4 would take the series into its next explosive phase and animate some of the most iconic fights from the manga. So yeah, unless the gods pull a surprise vote, Season 4 is all but guaranteed. Now we just wait for Netflix to make it official and pray they speed up production. The Record of Ragnarok anime is currently available to watch on Netflix. Why Record of Ragnarok was banned in India. Now there's something important we need to talk about. Record of Ragnarok is going to return for Season 3, but the series has been banned in India, and it's because of Lord Shiva's portrayal in the story. Netflix saw a huge rise in its anime offerings when the platform first released Record of Ragnarok back in 2021. The series earned a lot of fame and recognition, becoming one of the biggest anime projects. However, there was one major issue. The series release caused a huge controversy and was ultimately banned in India. This was a problem since India is one of the biggest markets for the streaming platform. The reason behind the ban is linked to Rajan Zed, the president of the Universal Society of Hinduism, who made a statement to Warner Bros. Japan asking them to not trivialize the Hindu deity Lord Shiva as a character within the series. The controversy explained. Back in October 2020, Anime News Network shared a statement from Rajan Zed. It was addressed to Comics, the Japanese manga and anime production company, and criticized the depiction of Hindu deities, especially Lord Shiva, in manga. He urged the company not to trivialize Lord Shiva and other highly revered Hindu gods and goddesses in its manga publications. This statement was directed at the Record of Ragnarok manga series, which was released in 2017. Then in 2021, when the anime series was announced, Zed made another statement requesting Warner Bros. Japan to not trivialize the Hindu deity Lord Shiva within the anime series. The series drew backlash from Indian Americans for its depiction of Shiva, which many described as highly disturbing and dismissive of the Hindu deity. In response to the criticism, Netflix edited the trailer to remove Shiva and eventually pulled the anime from its streaming library in India. Series details and ratings. The Record of Ragnarok anime series includes Season 1, which came out June 17, 2021, Season 2 on January 26, 2023, and Season 3 on December 10, 2025. It holds an IMDb rating of 6.5 out of 10, while MyAnimeList scores are 6.82 for Season 1 and 7.89 for Season 2. The manga is titled Shumatsu no Walker and is created by Shinya Umemura and Takumi Fukui. The series streams on Netflix, though it's banned in India. The depiction of Lord Shiva in Record of Ragnarok was completely different from how he's portrayed within Hindu mythology. While the series did carry some similarities, it all depended on the narrative, which was a little contentious. Zed believed that this would create a wrong impression for non-Hindu viewers. Lord Shiva is 1/3 of the Trimurti, the three principal deities of Hinduism, and is regarded as the destroyer and transformer in the cosmic cycle, making his portrayal a sensitive subject for many believers. Do you think the controversial ban of Record of Ragnarok in India is justified, considering the portrayal of Lord Shiva within the series? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.